first and foremost, if I'm trying to convince a bunch of senior leaders why it's important to invest in the personal connections among the teams that they have, among the members, it is so that people have that open channel of communication that they can use to get help if they need it, or like I said before, also just offer help, provide ideas, make challenges, and so forth. And the reality is that if we know someone and we find some points of affinity with them, like we have something in common with them, where they showed vulnerability to us in a previous conversation, we're more likely to feel comfortable in having those more open conversations with them about other things later.
And I think the intentionality around making time for the connection when you're virtual, allowing time for a check-in and making sure that there's time, an invitation, and almost an expectation of a genuine check-in and not skimming across the surface, I think is really important. And I've learned through the pandemic to do that both when we're together as a team, but more importantly for me as a leader of a team, to make the time to have those connections individually, really get to know the team as best I can virtually, so that when the team is working together, I can be aware of the nuances and the things that might impact the dynamic.
What we do beyond that has to do a lot with virtual meetups, creating fun ways for us to interact both synchronously over video and asynchronously. We've built out some asynchronous games, some bots, and different question asking games that work within Doist and automated a lot of that. And I think, without going into too many details on all the individual activities, one thing that's really important is to make that part of the workday. So leadership has to exhibit that, hey, we see this as important. It's not added on top of your work, because if you give everybody the choice between doing their work and doing a 1 hour casual hangout, as we call it, just a video call for an hour with a group of people, you're going to probably choose your work. But we bake that into the workday, so it's not added on top. And leadership participates and encourages people to do that. So there's a bunch of ways you can do it, and it can be done, but it takes intentionality and leadership from the top down saying that it's important.